Hello students, from this chapter we will start to learn Java language. However, you know how to write simple Java program, but in class 9 we have to learn each topic minutely. So we will start from the beginning of Java language. Like any other language such as English, first we learn about letters, words, then sentences. In same way, for Java language, we learn characters, set, tokens, and then statements. In Java, every character is represented through a code. This code is called Unicode. There are two most popular codes, standard codes to represent character, that is ASCII and Unicode. ASCII uses 8-bit code, whereas Unicode represents 16-bit characters. It means by using Unicode, you can represent 65,536 unique characters. Since Java can recognize all letters of all the languages available in all over world, so it uses Unicode character set. Next, tokens. The smallest individual unit in a program that is meaningful to the compiler. It is known as token. There are 5 categories of tokens: keyword, identifier, literals, operators, and punctuators or separators. For example, if we write a statement int marks equals to 98. Here each selected unit is a token. Int is a keyword because it is the reserved word. Marks is an identifier because it is used to identify, or it is the name of variable. Equals to is operator. 98 is a value, so it is literal, and semicolon is the marks of termination, so it is known as punctuators. In Java, all reserved words or keywords are defined in lowercase or small letter. Identifiers are the names given to different part of program, such as the name of method, name of class, name of variables, etc. There are some rules to declare an identifier. An identifier must contain capital letter, a small letter, underscore, and dollar sign, along with the digits. No other characters are used. An identifier cannot begin with a digit, and any reserved word cannot be an identifier. For example, in the list of variables, my marks is invalid due to a space because according to the identifier rule, space is not allowed. My dot marks, it is also invalid because dot is not allowed. One marks is also invalid because one is a digit, that is in the beginning position. Else is a keyword, so it is also invalid. Literals are the fixed value. There are 6 types of literals. Integer literals to represent integer value. Integer literals are of different types. However, we use only decimal integer, but Java recognizes octal integer, hexadecimal integer, and binary integers. Any number begin with 0 is known as octal integer. This is 014 is the equivalent octal of 12. Hexadecimal integer, the integer begin with 0x is known as hexadecimal integer, where C represents 12. And as well as binary integer starts with 0v. However, it is not in your syllabus, it is included in the latest version of Java. Next, real literals. Real literals are the numbers with floating point or decimal point. It can be represented in two form, fractional form or exponent form. In fractional form, you can write like 12.31, and in exponent form, you can write as 0.123 1e plus 2. Here e plus 2 means into 10 to the power 2. Here the part before e is known as mantissa and the part after is known as exponent. Character literals. Any single letter enclosed in single inverted comma is known as character literal. However, \n, as it looks like double character, but these are the escape sequence characters that represents a single character only. There are some list of escape sequence character. For example, if we use \n, then it represents new line character. That is the single character. \t type character. If we have to display \, then we have to write double \, inverted comma, single and double. These all are the escape sequence characters. String literal are the set of characters, a set of alphanumeric characters, because it can include alphabets and numbers both. Set of alphanumeric characters enclosed under double inverted comma. These are the examples of string literals. Boolean literals are only two, true and false. And if there is nothing, then it is known as null literal. Null can be represented by the escape sequence \u 0000. Operators. Operators are predefined symbols that perform a specific operation. For example, plus, minus, multiply, division, etc. We will discuss about the operators in next chapter. Punctuators. Predefined symbols which are used to grouping or separating the codes are known as punctuators. There are following punctuators. Small brackets used for parenthesis, used in method or to group any expression. Curly bracket is used to make a block. A square bracket is used with array. For example, in main method, when we write string args, then we use this variable, this punctuator. Semicolon used to terminate the statement. Comma used to separate the variables, and dot is a member operator. For example, system dot out, dot println. Here dot represents println is the method of system dot out. Data types. Data types are means to identify the type of data. As we know, before using any variable, we have to declare the variable, and to declare the variable, we need data type. The size of variable and the constant are determined by the data types. There are two types of data type, primitive and reference. Primitive data types are already fixed or inbuilt data type. Their sizes are also fixed. There are 8 primitive data types: byte, short, int and long. These 4 are for integers. To store integer data in different range. To store decimal point data, we use float and double. And to store character, we use char data type. And to store true, false or yes, no, we use Boolean data type. Non-primitive data types are classes or array. These are derived from the primitive data types. So it is also known as derived data type. We will discuss about the classes and array in further next classes. Variable. Variable is a named location of memory to store data value. And declaring variable means to specify the data type of variable. For example, if we have to declare a variable, then we follow the syntax data type, then variable name. For example, int marks, float, principal, comma rate, comma time. It means marks is created of integer type and principal, rate and time variables are created as float data type. Initializing variables. When we declare variable as well as assign the value like int marks equals to 94, it is known as initializing variable. If we do not initialize the member variables, then automatically Java initialize with a default value. There are some default value with their corresponding data types. Constant. Constant in Java, the keyword final can be used to make a variable constant. You can make constant to constant means it cannot change. Constant makes the code easier to understand and prevents any unintentional changes. A complete example of using variable and constants. Look this program. In this program, a constant is declared here. Final double pi equals to 3.14. Here double is a data type. Final is a keyword that makes this variable constant. Now we cannot change the value of pi. The second variable is radius of float data type and we store 6.5. And to calculate the area, we write pi into radius according to the formula pi r square. The calculated value will get stored in area variable, and after that by using system.out.println we give a message area of circle equals to, and after this message we display the variable whose value is displayed during the execution of our program. So you can see this is the simple way to write any program. First we write the name of class, again we write the public static void main, again start the curly bracket and declare the variable whatever we have to store or calculate, and write the formula, and at last display the result according to this. In same way you can practice for more programming with the help of your book. Thank you.